Hi Verbling, my name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm dealing with technical difficulties. Can you guys hear me okay now? Okay,
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
cool, awesome. So, sorry about that. My Chrome has been crashing all day, and I still blame Windows 8. I gotta get Windows 10, sorry. I am officially taking the stupid Windows 10 off my computer and going back to Windows 7, because it's just not working out. Thank you for being patient. And let's get started. I would like you guys, as a warm-up, to tell me a fond memory you have of your family. Starting with Vander. Welcome to class. Tell us a fond memory you have.
Memories?
A good birthday party or some kind of tradition you guys have. Something about your family. A fond memory of your family.
Hi, I just arrived. Can you say again, please?
Yeah, oop, Vander's gone. So, Simone, we are talking about fond memories of your family. Do you want to go first for us, Simone, and tell us a fond memory you have?
A fun?
Fond, like enjoyable.
Ah, yes, okay, I understood. Um, oh my family. Okay, give me time. I need to think. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
go
remember
ahead.
now.
Take your time. How about David? Do you have a fond memory you would like to share with us?
Um, a fun memory
Fond, as in enjoyable, something pleasant.
or something funny. I think.
Fond, as in something pleasant. It could be funny, but doesn't have to be funny. It's something nice, sweet,
Okay,
pleasurable.
I'm going to talk about something funny. Uh,
Sure.
yes. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. Um, I was planning with one of my brother-in-law to record a video about our family, uh, and we were the actors of this video, and it was a parody about our family. Mm, we we had to act as ourselves and also as other members of the family, laughing at everyone because every day we make mistakes, and we used this video to laugh at these mistakes, and I think it was very funny, and it was a great thing to show to our uh, grandchildren, I think.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. That sounds hilarious. There's nothing better than like old home movies.
Mhm.
Thanks, David. Anna Carolina, would you like to go next?
Yes, teacher, thank you. I remember going to my parents' farm. We used to have a, a bunch of farms side by side. One from my grandma, one for my uncle, and my grandpa was such a childish guy, you know, and he used to hold for instance, hold a spider in a string and in a stick and chase us around the house and scaring us and a bunch of children running together and yelling and my grandma going bananas and yelling, I stop with those shenanigans, and then would to set up the table for us to have lunch, and my grandpa used to say, everyone step into the table, and my grandma, no, for God's sake, stop that. Oh my gosh, you are driving me up to the wall. And and my grandpa used to say, come on, kiddo, come on, children, let's make your grandma go crazy, you know. And we used to ride horses and stuff,
Wow,
and
that's
and
cool.
have huge family reunions there. And we have no electricity there. We have a generator, and
Wow.
my grandpa used to turn it on at 6, and at 9 he would to turn it off. And then we used to tell horror stories and so forth. And then we used to sleep together, a lot of children together in the same room. And then we used to put our beds together, and then to hold one another, afraid of the monster and stuff, you know. And then someone would say, ah, take care, because there is a monster that just catch people that are holding together. And then we, oh no, stay away from me, I don't want the monster to catch me, and things like that. It was really fun. Unfortunately, they sold the farm.
Oh, too bad. That does sound fun. Thanks, Ana Catalina. Della, will you share a fond memory of your family for us?
I remember the summer when I was a child, because every day we went, my father and I, we went to the beach, uh, fishing, sunbathing, swimming. But I remember exactly July 25th, because it's a birthday, and every year we prepare an ice cream, a homemade ice cream, vanilla.
Yum, that sounds so good.
I I remember I smell, I can smell this ice cream. I think it's on my memory, this special taste, the flavor was special. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Thanks, Adela. Back to you, Simone.
Okay, so I can't think in another thing but Christmas because I've got such a huge family. There are at least 200 of us, and we are all together on Christmas Eve, and we have dinner. We give each other presents, and it's amazing because we can see some parts of the family that we usually don't see during the year. So to me, it's the best day of my year. I can't wait for this Christmas Eve. But this year I am not going to be there, but it's okay. The first time in my life, I'm not going to be there.
Wow, that's huge. Where are you going to be instead?
In Madrid. I am in Madrid now, so I came to learn some Spanish. I'll be here for 3 months. That's it.
Well, it sounds like a nice place to be also, although I'm sure you'll feel homesick on Christmas.
Absolutely. I am so sad, but okay, I'll be there through Skype, something like that.
Yeah, you'll do what you can.
Indeed.
Okay, Sean, welcome to class.
Thank you.
So, Sean, can you share a fond memory of your family with us? Something pleasant?
Something
Fun.
pleasant. Okay, something funny.
Could be funny.
Okay, I could remember one incident. That time I was hardly 9 or 10 years old, and I was playing from the very early morning, and I came back home very late. So that's why my mom was very angry. So she punished me to just stand there 15 minutes outside of the door. But I don't know what that time and what I think. I There was a one storeroom outside of the building,
There was a
and
what?
storeroom,
Oh.
like a small building. We just used to store something there.
Mm-hmm.
It was not connected to the main building. So I I climb on the wall and I go to the rooftop of the storeroom building. So nobody could find me. And after a few minutes, she came outside and started to finding me. And she could not find me there. And then she asked to the security who was sitting outside, did he saw me? And he said no. Then he started asking the neighbors, and they also get anxious. And some of the neighbors go to the nearby playgrounds, and some of the neighbors go to my friend's house to find me. And
Did you
it
know
was
all of that was happening? Like, were you
yeah,
aware they
yeah,
were
yeah.
looking?
I can listening everything from there. So I was just I was enjoying from myself, and it went to 2 or 3 hours, and then they finally decided to go to the police station. So when I heard that, my mom started crying, so I then came back, and then nothing happened that much.
So were they
So
mad at you?
no, after that she didn't mad on me, but
Wow.
she told me never do like this, and you must be feel very hungry. Just go and first take a lunch, and then we'll discuss.
Oh my gosh. That is, if I were your mom, I'd be totally traumatized. Like, the amount of panic she must have felt looking for you.
Yeah, I can't consider it a funny thing, but at that time it was funny for me. But now when I look back, it's kind of crazy thing.
Definitely a funny story. Thanks for sharing, Sean.
Thank you.
Jose, do you have a funny story about your family for us?
About my family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could be funny, fun, pleasant, nice, sweet, any of the good things.
I remember one time I was hiking around the mountains, and after I was walking for 1 hour more or less, I far away from my home, I I find some friends. These friends was a friend that I know when I was studying at the university. It was some years ago that I haven't seen these friends. After some time ago, I saw these friends other time.
So you were very close with them?
Yes.
That's nice to have close friends. How old were you?
Sorry?
How old were you when you had these friends?
How old I was 18 years old when I know these friends.
Cool. When you met them?
I was studying at the university.
Very cool. All right. I think I
Yeah.
got everyone right. Everyone shared a story? Yes, I think everyone shared a story. So let's get into the work for today. This is the document with our notes, and it's also on the class page if you guys want it. We're going to start all the way at the top. There's a couple warm-up questions. We already did a little bit of warm-up, but maybe I'll do a couple more. We'll just do 2 students for each of these questions. So what's the best environment to raise a family? So what do you think? Suburban, urban? Adela, let's start with you. What do you think is the best environment to raise a family?
I think, sorry, you can increase, okay. The best environment to raise a family, maybe a small city or maybe in a village. The child can play on the street or outside. They are safety, I think. It's a good
Very near
environment.
nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Destruction will be less.
What did you say, Sean?
I'm sorry.
Sean, did you want to share something with us?
No, nothing like that. I thought my microphone was in mute, so it was my fault.
No problem. Yeah, Adela, I agree. I think your image seems like a pretty beautiful place to raise a family. Ana Carolina, what do you think? Do you think nature or more of an urban setting?
Of course, surrounded by nature. It would be a healthier environment, but I don't know. I can see drawbacks and upsides in both places because in a urban area, they get to know more people. They have to socialize more, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the ideal is to, like I was, to be raised in a big city and to spend vacations in the countryside. But the most important thing is not the place itself, it's the way that the the family is uh, structured.
Structure?
Is that word? Structure? Yes, the structure of the family, you know.
Mm-hmm. So when you say the structure, what do you mean?
I mean the opposite of a broken home.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right. Thanks, Ana Carolina. David, how about you? What do you think is the best environment to raise a family?
I think the best environment could be one in that you can find a balance between the advantages of a big city and the healthy way of life of the countryside. And if you can live close to your family, I think it's the best environment. For example, I usually think about the idea of living in the countryside, but if I force my children to live there, I think they are going to lose many things because they have to know and to learn many things, and if you want them to learn these things, they have to go to the city and have access to internet and to know other people. And I think the best environment, it's a balance between a big city and the countryside.
Yeah, totally. There's advantages to both.
Yes.
Jose, what do you think would be the best environment? Apartment, village, house? Jose?
Sorry.
Would you like to answer our warm-up question about the best environment to raise a family?
About what?
The best environment to raise a family.
Yes. I think the best environment to raise a family is, I think, is not so important. To me, the best environment to raise a family, it could be in a flat or in an apartment or in a village. I think the most important thing are the parents. It's not so much. It's not much important the place where raise the family. I think the most important are the education that the parents give to the children.
So do you mean like private tutors, or do you mean like time spent together as a family?
Yes, the time that the parents spend together with the family are much important than the place where they grow up, I think.
All right. Thanks, Jose. Sean, go ahead and give us your thoughts about the best place and environment to raise a family.
Both has the apartment and the village both has some pros and cons. But from my point of view is if the village has all the good facilities like good school, libraries, then a child can just enjoy uh, his or her childhood fully with nature, and the distraction will be very less, and they will get a full chance to just enjoy the nature and playing outdoor games and all the stuff. So yeah, it should be just like a small town uh, surrounded with nature.
All right, something sort of in between a big city and a rural area.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and Simone, what do you think?
I was going to say almost the same thing that the last colleague said. Yes, something between a big city and a small, like in the countryside, because, for example, in Brazil it's not safe. The big cities are so crazy and also so polluted, and it's crazy. As a parent, you cannot be like in peace if you know your children are going to school and then they can be killed or something like that. So, but on the other hand, it's not good to be in a village without, for example, technology, hospitals, good schools. So definitely something between the big and crazy and small and without and with lack of facilities, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, guys. We're going to go down to our reading section now, unless you guys have any other thoughts or comments to make on this. So we're going to read this section by section, and let's start with, I'm going to highlight, can you guys see this okay? Is this large enough for you? Does anyone need it larger?
I'm just seeing your picture.
A picture? My picture?
Yes.
Can everyone else see it, or am I the only one?
No,
I can see the text very well.
Yes, I see the text.
Okay, so most people see it, right?
Yes.
Okay, and Simone, you said you can't see it?
Sorry, I can't see any text there.
Interesting. Well, if you guys want to access it, here, hold on. First of all, I'm going to take down my screen share and redo it and see if that helps.
Yeah, that now I can see.
Yeah? Is everyone good? Can everyone see it now?
Now it's
Teacher, now it's black. I couldn't
it's absolutely
see before.
black.
Give it a second. Sometimes it takes a minute to go up. All right, shout out if you cannot see it still.
No, I can't see anything. It's absolutely blank.
I could see before. Now everything is black.
What a mess. Okay, here's what we're going to do. If you guys want your own copy of this, you should be able to access it on the class page. So if you go on the top bar, it says more. You go to classes if you need to re-access this class page. And you should be able to open it up there. And I'm going to at least screen share what you would look at if you're trying to do that. Okay. So, can you guys see this?
No, teacher, it's black.
Does
Can see
everyone
your
see?
picture.
Before.
Very strange. Well, it's going to be a blue link underneath.
Now I can.
You can see my screen share right now?
Yeah.
Yes, now I can see it.
Yes, me too.
Cool. Well, hopefully the problem... Huh? All right, let's try it. Can everyone see it now?
A black screen again.
No. Your
What
picture.
is wrong? So now nobody can see it?
No,
No, teacher, it's black.
black screen.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. What a mess. So I'm going to copy paste it. I'm going to copy paste what we're about to read, and you guys should be able to open up your own copy of it if you need. Does everyone have their own copy of it opened?
I have the word.
I have that.
Now I can see it now.
Now, yeah, we can see it.
Can everyone see it?
I try. Yes, I see.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Cool. And I put it in the Google chat box just in case anyone doesn't have it on another form. So let's read. I'm going to highlight this very short section right here and ask Simone to read that part for us.
I am so sorry, I cannot see, but it's my problem because I'm using my cell phone.
Okay, no problem. I'll come back to you for something else then.
Okay, thank you.
Sean, will you read that short section there, the blue one?
Sure. The nuclear family is the traditional family structure in the West. The term, originating in the 1950s, describes the families consisting of father, a mother, and their offspring. Under this conventional structure, the family is seen as the basic unit of society. The father functions as the breadwinner and the mother as the homemaker.
Thank you very much. I'm going to split that up so that we can have everyone read a little section. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Pavel, will you read the next section that I'm highlighting now? It's right from where he left off until the end of the paragraph. Can you hear me, Pavel? Maybe I'm not saying your name right. Pavel? Pavel? I don't think I can hear you, Pavel. Let me know in the chat box if you're having any trouble you think I can help you with.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
End of a paragraph. Is it the second paragraph social trends or?
No, it starts in the middle of the first paragraph, starting with nowadays alternative family types.
Sorry, nowadays alternative family types.
Right there. Keep going.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead and keep reading from where you started. Can you hear me, Pavel? Uh-oh. Looks like you can't. Jose, will you read that section for us?
Okay. Nowadays, alternative family types are becoming more common, such as single-parent families, families headed by same-sex parents, and extended families where families live with their kin, which may include several generations. Extended families are less common in North America, where it is not uncommon to place grandparents in retirement homes.
Thank you very much. And David?
Yes.
Will you read that section?
I cannot see what you are highlighting, but I think it from a social. Okay, now I
Yeah.
see it. A social trends survey in mm, 2009 reported radical changes in child rearing and marriage practices in the United Kingdom. Figures show that while 30% of women under 30 had given birth by the age of 25, only 24% had married.
Thank you very much. And to finish off that short paragraph, let's have Anna Carolina read.
The 2 lines?
Yeah, right after where he stopped until the end of the paragraph.
This marks the first time this child's birth has become the first major milestone in adult life, ahead of marriage. In 1971, in the UK, 3/4 of women were married by the age of 25 and half were mothers. Think a lot.
The few lines in the next paragraph are for Adela.
Judging by the high rates of the divorce and the increasing number of children born out of wedlock, it would appear that the family as an institution is in decline. American sociologist Stephanie Coontz believes so too, but for different reasons.
Thank you very much. And Pavel, are you back?
Oh yeah, I am back. Sorry, it was problem with my browser, I suppose. Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. And I've had some weird browser problems today too. I think it's something crazy going around. But go ahead and finish that paragraph, the white part for us.
Coontz points out that marriages are no longer arranged for political or economic reasons, and children are no longer required to contribute to family income. Marriages nowadays are founded on love. She believes this shift towards love, emotional fulfillment, and free choice has actually weakened the family by making it optional and fragile.
Thank you very much. All right. Do you guys have any burning questions on this before we read some follow-up questions? We have these vocabulary words in bold, and we're going to come back to those and continue working with them, talk about definitions, and use them in some sentences. But if you guys have questions that you think are really pressing and help you understand the article better, now is a good time to ask. All right, then let's do some vocabulary or some comprehension questions. Number 1, what is a nuclear family? Simone, what did they say was a nuclear family? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, I have.
Simone, are you there? Maybe she's gone. All right. Sean, how about you? What did they say was a nuclear family?
Nuclear family is something is consist of father and a mother and their childs and childrens.
Yep. Thanks. All right. Number 2, true or false? Extended families are replacing nuclear families in North America. Pavel, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, it's a good question. I think I missed this part of article.
Oh, you might have.
Can you scroll up?
Yeah.
Extended.
It's in this part.
So extended families means alternative types. So I think it's true.
So it's true in some senses because extended families are a kind of alternative family. It's true in some senses. I would say alternative families are becoming more common than the traditional nuclear family. All right. Number 3. How has marriage and raising children changed in the UK since 1971? David, would you like to take a stab at that question?
Yes. I think children marriage nowadays there are less marriage than in 1971.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Definitely.
in 1971 there were I think 75% of women were married, and now, or in 2009, only 24% had married.
Yep. Definitely. Thank you. Number 4. Why does Stephanie Kuntz believe the institution of the family has weakened? Anna Carolina.
Okay. Because they are founded on love nowadays, and then if the families are not fulfilling this kind of needs anymore, if they think they don't love each other anymore, they ask for a divorce.
All right, yeah. So love is you're saying love is the thing that's the problem, or it's what's weakening the family.
Teacher,
Yeah.
headed means running by?
Yeah, to head something is to be like the leader. So if something is headed by, it means it's led by. Cool. All right, and the last one, do you agree or disagree with the ideas in this article? Adela, what do you think?
I think in general in Spain too the nuclear family not disappear but decrease because there are other kinds of family for the divorce or families same gender, two men or two women, they are more different types. It's not only the nuclear, the best.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So do you agree or disagree with that? Like,
I agree. The biodiversity is interesting.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Very cool. Thanks, Adela. All right. So now we're going to go back and look at some of the vocabulary that we haven't talked about, the bold words. And we're going to make some of our own sentences. So first, we're going to define them. And then we're going to put them in these little sentences. But let's come up with some quick definitions. How about the word offspring? Shout out a definition if you know it for offspring.
Offspring means children, pups, daughters, sons.
Yep. Yes, exactly. All right, how about conventional? Can someone else give me a definition for conventional?
Normal, standard.
Yeah, awesome.
Something traditional, yeah.
Yes, those are all great synonyms. How about the breadwinner? Who's the breadwinner of a family?
Main earner.
Yep, someone who brings in the dollars. What about the homemaker? What's that?
Homemaker, I think is a no, sorry, a person who works at home. I don't know. Sorry,
Housekeeper.
Housewife who
Yes.
manages the home, who just create
Yeah.
the home.
Yeah, you guys are all going in the right direction. Usually it's a member of the family who takes care of the house while someone else is out earning money. All right, how about kin? Can someone define the word kin?
A relative.
Yeah, relative, or maybe even a group of relatives. Could be multiple people. What about rear as a verb? Talking about rearing children. What does it mean?
Grow.
Back part of anything like building or something.
Help them to grow up.
Oh, okay. So we're getting two different definitions here. It does mean the back part of something when it's a noun, so the rear of the building would be a noun. But in this case, since it's a verb, it's the process of helping something grow. So kind of like an upbringing is another way to put this. The education and care a child might receive is how you rear a child. Anything else you guys want to add to that definition? All right, we'll move on to milestone. What is a milestone?
A special fact in your life.
Like what?
For example, the adolescence or a marriage or
Marriage, yeah, like some kind of special event that marks the passage of time or the entrance into a new era. Yeah. What is wedlock?
Marriage.
Yep. Wedlock, marriage. Institution?
A kind of organization or something.
Yeah, kind of organization. What else?
Something well established in the...
Or something custom practice.
Yeah, a customer practice is another good definition. What about in decline?
decreasing, no?
Yeah, less common. And the last one, fragile.
Can be broken very easily.
Yep. Okay, so let's make some sentences with those. That one is not a pair. I'm going to give each of you guys a pair of words, and you guys are going to write one sentence that includes both of them. Sean, will you do care and offspring? Pavel, do conventionally and breadwinner. Jose, homemaker and rear. David, kin and gifts. Ana Carolina, milestone and life. Adela, born and wedlock. You guys are going to write those sentences in the chat box. And if you finish earlier than everyone else and you're still looking for something to do, you want to keep busy, you could try out the last two, which I didn't give to anyone, institution and in decline, and relationship and fragile. One sentence is already ready. I always like to receive gifts from kin on Christmas. Nice sentence, David. No corrections for you. It's perfect the way it is. Go ahead and try another one at the bottom if you're ready. Next one. Conventionally, a man was a breadwinner in a family. Yeah. And I might even say the breadwinner because it's like a position we're talking about, not anything.
Okay.
So conventionally, a man was the breadwinner in a family. That would be good. Next up, my son was born out of wedlock. Thank you very much, Adela. Perfect sentence. You guys are killing it today. These are great. Some years ago, homemaker was in charge of rearing the children. So we're going to change rear to rearing. We're talking about an action here.
Yes, okay.
And you might want to put an article before homemaker. So some years ago, the homemaker was in charge of rearing the children. That would be perfect. Next sentence. The graduation from high school is one of the biggest milestones in our lives. A wedding is another one, when you buy something expensive for the first time as well. But the strongest one that makes you a better person is the birth of your first child. Wow. That's a lot of cool milestones. Thanks, Ana Carolina. And care of offspring is required. Oh. How about caring for offspring requires lots of hard work? Is that kind of, I'm trying to rephrase your sentence a little bit to make more sense. Is that what you wanted to say, Sean?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Okay. Am I waiting on any other sentences, or are you guys finished? Oops, here's another one. Every relationship is fragile. They are like a plant that you have to water every day. Good advice, Ana Carolina. All right, so if you guys are still working on any sentences, you're welcome to get them in, and I'll look at them in just a second. In the meantime, let's look at this fill-in-the-blank thing. What's the appropriate term for? You guys are just going to shout it out. What is your sister's daughter? What do you call that?
Niece.
Niece, yes. What about your sister's son?
Nephew.
Nephew.
Uh-huh. Your grandmother's mother?
Great-grandmother.
Grandmother.
Yep, great-grandmother. And why did that just change places? Go back. Okay. What about your brothers and sisters? Some word that talks about both of them.
Siblings.
Yes, siblings. Your wife's brother?
In-law,
Brother-in-law.
daughter-in-law. No.
Brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law for the first one. And the son of your mother's new husband.
Stepson.
Yep, stepson. Wait, the son of your... Actually, no, sorry.
Stepbrother.
Yeah, it would be stepbrother, yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay. We've only got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about one of these. We could start with the first one. Your 6-year-old child asks where babies come from. What do you guys think you should do? Is 6 years old, is that old enough to know all of the truth of life, or would you lie? Would you try to avoid the question? You guys can shout it out.
I probably tell my child to ask my wife about it.
So you'd be like, I don't want to talk about that. You can do that with someone else.
Ask mom. Yes.
Well, what do you think mom would say?
Ask dad, I think.
Does anyone have a different suggestion for what to do in that situation?
Use Google.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
6 years
that's
old.
actually not a bad tool. The internet can be helpful. Man, you guys are not good at this. Come on, we gotta have real suggestions. I mean, Google, I think, could be a good tool. And maybe asking other people to be involved is also helpful. No one else?
May I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would tell the truth.
All right, the whole truth?
Yes, I would tell the truth because if they are asking, you cannot lie to them. But of course, I would never introduce this topic to a 6-year-old child, you know. But if they ask, I would answer, yes, I have David. I would answer just what they are asking, and then if they come up with more questions, I would give the answers, you know, bit by bit. I don't have to talk about everything and the details, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I like your technique. Anyone else have an opinion on this one? All right. So if you guys want to do any of these other ones and send me your thoughts, you're more than welcome. I'm going to end the class now because I have a private class coming up and I'm a little bit worried about the switchover. I hate being late. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming. And yeah, message me privately if you want to give answers to any of the others. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.